No, it is.
That was real effective. Alright, that looks like a good angle. Alright, my plan, just go right down through the list.
Okay.
Alright.
Number 1.
Oh, God. Hello, I'm Celeste.
I'm Bob. I'm Nathan.
Yeah, okay. And welcome to Random Clinton Pointlessly Ranking Things. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the show where we pointlessly rank things. And in today's episode, we went to all of the gas stations in Clinton and we gave them a score and we pointlessly ranked them. I don't mean to, I got a good start going here, but there's a piece of grass there that I think might be in the shot. On the break.
Break, you lose ranking.
You'll never be a regular member of the show. Alright. We'll have to start from the top.
That's the ceiling.
Alright. My name's Celeste.
I'm Nathan.
Welcome to Random Clinton's Pointlessly Ranking Things, a show where we pointlessly rank things nobody asked us to rank. Today's episode, we went to all the gas stations in Clinton, and we rated them on several criteria. Nathan, remember our criteria?
Let's see. Gas prices, cleanliness, customer service, and food. Food selection, soda selection, that whole dilly bob. Yes, dilly bob.
We get famous for putting that on a fucking t-shirt, man.
Want a dilly bob?
Yeah. The dilly bob. Anyway, yeah, so every one of them, each category for the gas stations got 5 points. And then at the end we added their points together over the categories, their total score, which determined the rankings. I think that was I think it was a fair way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was impartial, even though, I think we both had favorites when we came into it, but I think the final scores are pretty...
They're fair.
Yeah.
Or, in our opinion, they are.
Alright, should we start at the bottom of the list, maybe?
I believe so.
Okay, that way it's like a build-up to the good thing.
Build the suspense.
Okay, so really when we took it all and put it together, we had 10 placements. There was originally 2 ties, but after some discussion we figured out there's really only 1 tie. And that tie was pretty deserved. And
yes.
We're of different mind on which one should eke ahead, so we kept it as a tie. Alright, so number 10. The worst gas station in town goes to BP by the North Bridge.
Yes. It doesn't. It's been a while, I won't lie, since I've been in there.
That's not been a while for me.
But let's face it, it's not the cleanest place. It doesn't have much of a selection. The hot food is, last I knew, it was just pretty much hot dogs.
Yep.
And then kind of regular gas station snacks.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Out of a score of 20, it scored a 6.5. With it getting a 1 in gas prices, it was just as expensive as literally any other gas station in town. 2 for food, because they have some snacks. They have an okay snack selection, but hot food, they really got nothing. 1.5 for cleanliness. I've seen garbage on the outside quite a few times. And then for customer service, a 2, because I've had both good and bad experiences. I should add here that even if it's low on the list, I've still been in much worse gas stations. I've been to some horrible gas stations.
Yes.
So it's all relative. It's all relative. So yeah, the BP comes out with a 6.5, landing it in 10th place. Number 9, we have the Johnson Oil Company Shell by Clinton High School.
Yes.
And that comes out with a significant bump over. It's gotten 8 out of 20.
I don't remember the gas prices.
I'll just start reading the scores.
Yeah.
And I'll say this is the ranking, and then da-da-da. Okay, so that one it's a total score of 8. It got a 1 on gas price, because again, it was as expensive as any other gas station in town. 1 for gas, 1.5 for food, because it really did not have any hot food at all. 3 for cleanliness, it wasn't terrible. And then a 2.5 for customer service.
Yeah, I'm not regular there, but I've had good and, I've had really good, chats with the cashiers there. Some are really nice, but I've also had really bad ones where it was just, get in, get your stuff, get out.
Yeah, get your shit and leave!
Yeah.
And shut that cappuccino!
Yeah, it just did. So, 2.5, you can't really go either way. You can't say it was good or bad. But, we went there today and the guy was really nice.
Yeah. And he was doing things. He was busy the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
He was going. I think he might have had too much coffee, but.
Yeah, like I said when we were there, I had a feeling he was on cup number 30. I swear his heart was going to just go. It was, but otherwise, it seemed more like a out in the middle of nowhere gas station kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like middle of desert, you're driving through. Oh, I'm on E. Yep. Cha-ching. Okay. Meow.
Yeah, that's I can imagine that being in a 1-horse town.
Right.
That would do great there. But as it is, it's right by Clinton High School in the middle of town. And with so much competition, it's in the middle of town, and with so much competition, it lands itself only on number 9 on this list. So pretty damn close.
It didn't get a horrible score though.
No.
It was about. 10, if you say 10 is on the average area, then, it's just a little below average.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't. None of them were absolutely horrid. And I've seen absolutely horrid. But this one was just, not great.
BP was getting borderline, though.
Yeah. Alright, so number 8 on our list, we have Johnson Oil Company Shell on 2nd Avenue South and 4th Street, known to the locals as 24/7, and that came in at a score of 9, and it had a 2 for gas price, a 2.75 for food, a 2.5 for cleanliness, and a 4 for customer service. No, I done fucked that up. Okay. Coming in at number 8 on our list was the Johnson Oil Company Shell on 2nd Avenue South, also known to the locals as 24/7 or Ghetto Gas, and that came in with an 8, on the rating. It got a 2 for gas price, a 3 for food, a 2 for cleanliness, and a 2 for customer service, and each was out of 5. Total score of 8. So total score of 9. So still a little bit underneath that average rating of 10. This one was kind of hard to do. This one was kind of hard for me to put my biases aside, I think.
Yeah, because some of their food, when you get it fresh and it just gets out there, it's whopping.
Oh yeah.
It's yeah, buddy.
They have gizzards and livers.
Oh yeah.
No other gas station does it like they do.
Well, if it sets out a hair too long, it goes downhill real quick.
Yeah, the magic departs quickly.
Yeah. I mean, you get it fresh, nothing like it.
Yeah, I think on top of that, so the food was hard to figure out exactly where to put it because it's a very dichotomous thing. It's good or it's bad when I've had it there. The other thing that was kind of hard to rank on here was the customer service.
Yeah, because, like, some of them, really nice, really friendly, you know.
Yeah, they build relationships with the patrons. I mean, I'll go in there with friends sometimes. I'll be like, "Oh, how you doing, girl?" And like they've known each other for years, and you might ask them to be a bridesmaid in your wedding.
And then there's the others who will just tell you to get the hell out.
Yep. And that happened to me the other night. She's like, "Oh my God, take your dog food and leave." I'm like, "Are you guys closing?" And she's like, "I want to go on break." I'm like, okay, all right. Rude. It's not like I was in there. I was in there for like 4 minutes. Anyway, so yeah, that one was kind of hard to rank. I think cleanliness, we gave it a 2.5, so right in the middle. Now, that one was because it's open 24/7.
Yeah, and in my opinion, I mean, usually there's only 2 staff there, or 2 employees there. And with a place that size, it could easily do a 3-person staff thing, and
Yeah, because it's always hopping.
yeah, you never see it like it always has 1 person in it at almost all times, even during the night. So it should have 3 people, but I mean, I don't know if it would allow it. So, but it did get 2 just because it's a little under what it should be, and you can walk in and find flaws within the cleanliness pretty easily and quick.
Yeah, it's pretty. It really, if it wasn't open 24/7 and it wasn't as busy as it is with the staff that it has, it would have been a lot lower, I think, on that rating.
Yeah.
But we considered, we are in a staffing crisis. It's kind of always been like that too.
Yeah, I've never seen. I think I've only once seen them have 3 people on, and that was, I think it was during a shift change.
Yeah, so not to knock the staff that work there. I mean, we get it. It's hard, and you guys are always busy. There's always somebody in or outside of that store. But we still had to be honest about it,
Yeah.
Yeah. That it's on the scanner page all the time.
Yeah.
So we didn't count that in the scorings. It was hard not to count that in the scorings.
Yeah.
I would not go there and hang out late at night. I know a lot of people do. Okay, I know a lot of people do. And if you do, then more power to you. I don't hang out there late at night. It's on the scanner page way too much. Way too much. All right, so coming in at number 7 with a respectable 9.25. Okay, it wasn't that respectable. We have the one and only in town Murphy's gas station.
Or known as Walmart gas.
Walmart gas. So Murphy's got a 4 on gas price, 0.25 on food, a 3 on cleanliness, and a 2 on customer service.
Like, we couldn't give it a 0 on food because they got that ever so minuscule selection of vehicles.
I'm talking over here. No, I'm just kidding.
We couldn't give it a 0 because it has ever so few snacks, but it still has a couple, and so 0.25, I mean, if you got any fewer than that,
Dear Lord.
you might as well have an empty table.
Can you say that part again? Because he was sitting there revving his fucking engine the whole time.
Yeah, I figured.
Go ahead.
We couldn't give it a 0 because it does have a couple snacks, ever so few of them, but I mean, it's the difference between having 1 plate with a couple of peas on, or a plate of peas, or nothing on your dinner table. Which would you rather have? So they got 0.25 on that because they got their
Something.
itty bitty walls of snacks and the usual gas station counter underneath selection. What's that called? Not bargain buys, but
Impulse.
impulse buys. Impulse buy selection underneath.
It got a 4 for gas price. It was the cheapest by a couple of cents.
Cheapest.
And it usually is. It's consistently cheap.
It's cheapest. But from what I've, when I did drive, and from what I've heard, it's not the best quality though. It may be cheap, but it's crap. I've noticed that it burns a lot quicker, or it
Because of the
seems to.
additives. I've heard the same thing with another contender on our list. Actually, the next contender on our list.
But let's see, cleanliness. I mean, it's an itty bitty store, but they're always. I mean, when they're open, I don't think they get a break. They just
Yeah, it did get a 3 for cleanliness. Because, I mean, it's not like... The outside is kind of messy. And the inside, it's kept up pretty well. But 3 is on the higher end of the spectrum for cleanliness.
Right, like, I know the staffing thing, they only usually have one person there.
Yeah.
When you have, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, what do they have, 12 or 8 pumps? They got quite a few, and
16.
it is
Because they
16?
got 2 double-sided pumps on both sides.
Okay, well, either way, 16 pumps, and then you have all the garbage container. There's no way one person can go out and do that. So the only time they'd be able to go out and clean up all that stuff is at shift change. And
Yeah.
so I mean, they do a respectable job for what they have there.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of the staff, we gave it a 2 for customer service. And that is because I don't think, except for maybe twice that I've gone in there, I've had the same staff. And they haven't been awful. They have not been awful. Like, for example, 24/7, I've had bad experience. I've never had a truly 100% bad experience at Murphy's with the staff. Just not, like overly, exuberantly warm.
Yeah.
They seem to go through staff kind of fast.
Yeah. It kind of makes me wonder why. I'm sure we'll find out one day, but it's one of the downsides of going through staff so much is that they can't build up a relation. They can't learn the ins and outs of not the business, but everything that goes on within it. Well, if an accident happens, or this, and so and like I said, one person. They're always rushing to get something done.
Mm-hmm.
They get 3 seconds, they gotta use those 3 seconds ASAP.
Yeah.
And
They work hard.
Oh yeah.
They work hard.
So I mean,
we take things into consideration. I mean, it's low, but
I mean, it's not like they suck. It's just
we rated based on like if you walked in ignorantly.
Yeah, if you were from Davenport, you came in and you were like, oh, looky, gas, get it, and then get out and go. I mean, you're always going to have that one cashier that you're like, oh yeah, they were really nice, or oh, they were really mean, and it sticks to you. It stinks, but...
'Tis what it is.
See.
Yes, alright, so coming in, we're almost at the halfway point here, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in at number 6, we have Circle K. And Circle K got a perfect middle of the pack number at 10. 10 out of 20. And let's see here. It was a little bit higher on our list, but after we went and double checked all the gas prices today, it lost a point. So it got a 3.5 for gas price, a 2.5 for food, a 1.5 for cleanliness, and a 2.5 for customer service.
Yeah, their food selection is, they got a warm plate, but it only
Nobody
has,
goes to Circle K for food. No one says, man, I'm really hoping for dinner. I'm going to Circle K. They don't do that. But the reason that it didn't get lower than 1.5 is because it does have a decent,
snack area.
or sorry, it got 2.5.
It also
does
has
have-
good soda selection.
Yeah.
It has both Pepsi and Cola, I believe.
Yep, it got a 2.5 because it's got good snacks, it's got all the drinks you could possibly want, and the Polar Pops. I often go into Circle K just for the Polar Pops.
They even have a deal right now where you can go, I think you pay like $5.99 and everything, and for 1 month you can get one per day. So $6, you get, I think, 30 Polar Pops. It's,
Thank you for telling me.
yeah, it's awesome. It's a great deal.
I'm a Diet Coke junkie.
I mix and match.
Although, ironically, right now I'm having a Diet Dr. Pepper. It's just sweet. Alright, so yeah, I mean, it's okay. I did have a 4.5 for gas price, but today it was on the higher end, but I do know that in the past I've gone there because their gas price is really cheaper.
Yes.
So it does fluctuate, and it's usually on the lower end, but today it was not.
Yes. The customer service, it's not bad, but
Again, it's open 24 hours, but yeah, I don't see the same staff there a whole lot. A lot of times they're just like, okay, here's the stuff. I've had some good experiences though. There's some stuff that are really nice.
oh yeah, I've gone in there late when I was driving. I'd go in there at like 2 in the morning for a soda. Go in and I'd stay there till 3 because I was chatting with the cashier.
Mm-hmm.
And real nice guy or girl, and excuse me, real nice experience. But I don't know. Recently, it seems like I visit their. I don't know. About once a week, I'd say area.
Yeah.
Once a week, and I never see the same staff.
Yeah, that's true. Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
Maybe I'm just not. Maybe I'm just at the wrong time, and I'm seeing it like.
Because good thing they don't overwork their staff.
Bad thing they get
They might not be keeping the same staff.
right. So I don't know, but
Further research would be needed on that one.
yes. But I know that during their daytime hours, they have 2 people there though. So and they need it because one person needs to upkeep or try to upkeep everything within the store and outside. But at night I believe they only have one person. And yeah, you always see the nighttime person just running around like a chicken without a head. And so your wait time goes up there, but other than that, they're usually pretty good on getting you in and out.
Yeah. Alright, so we are now in the top 5 gas stations in Clinton. And so last night we did preliminary rankings. And today after we visited we visited most of the gas stations today that we ranked, and others we visited in the last week.
Oh yeah.
So all the information's fairly recent. The only thing is, Nathan, you didn't go to BP, but I did. I went to BP the other day, 2 days ago. Anyway, so we're in the top 5, but when we did our second round of rankings, it changed a lot.
Yes.
A lot. One of them went all the way from 7 to like up towards the very top. I'm not going to ruin it, but once we investigated a little further, it was like, holy crap. So one of the next one, number 5, is one of those kind of nice little surprises. I mean, it wasn't as absolutely grand and brilliant as some of our other entries, but it was a nice little surprise. And that number 5 goes to Porter's on Comanche Avenue. So they came in with a score of 10.5. They just eked past Circle K. Porter's got a 2.5 in gas price. I mean, they weren't the most expensive, weren't the cheapest. They got a 4 for food. Really, they got a 4 for one food. Just one. One really good food.
Yes.
And then for cleanliness, I did give them a 1.5. There were a couple of dead flies on the table. And then for customer service, I gave it a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The customer, like, the food, so they don't really have, they have the typical gas station selection.
Combos,
Yeah, combos, pretzels, chips,
candy bars,
um,
shredded beef jerky in a can,
that's what it was, beef jerky, stuff like that.
bagels.
But, really, did they have a hot dog machine? With the roller doohickey? I didn't even see that.
It didn't.
I don't think it had any.
It didn't wow me.
Yeah.
The hot dog machine, I was unwowed. I was not transported to a mystical land of hot dog love.
And then their soda machine only had 6 selections. If I remember right, Mountain Dew, Diet Mountain Dew, lemonade, Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, and I don't remember the last.
Pepsi products.
I want to say it was Dr. Pepper, but I think I'm wrong. I don't remember what the last one was. But they only had 6 selections, and today, unfortunately, they were out of cups, so got a smaller drink. Now, where they really shine is when you ask them, well, at least from what we experienced today, the burgers.
That burger was fire, okay? And now mind you, I've been in Porter's before. Today was the first time I ever had a Porter's burger, because I've always had people say they're so good, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it can't be that good. So I never really go into Porter's because, you know, it's kind of out of the way, and the gas is never all that cheap, so I just don't find myself there. But I'm like, well, for this list, we really need to make a visit so that we have some updated information. And that updated information from our visit today really brought it up in the rankings. I think by 3 or 4 spots.
Yeah, I think they were down around 8 area.
Yeah, I mean, I've had some staff in the past be just not rude. They weren't rude. They weren't bad staff. They were just not, you know, like top tier friendliness. When we went today, the staff was actually very nice.
Mm-hmm.
I would add that during none of the visits that we did for research were any of the staff outright bad or rude.
Right.
But today I was pleasantly surprised. They were really nice. They were very quick. We ordered a burger and I had it within like 2 minutes and checked me right out. But man, let's go back to that burger.
Yeah, we split a burger. She got hers with, said everything on it, but asked if we wanted jalapenos. I got my half with jalapenos. She got without. Man, whoever, if you see this, ma'am,
God bless you.
That one of the best burgers I've ever had. It was like
It was really fucking good.
It did not have too much of anything. It didn't have too little. Just the right amount. It wasn't sloppy. It was perfectly presented. I mean, it was. Yes.
It was, yes.
I can't.
The condiment game was on point, man. People say eyebrows on fleek, condiments on fleek. The buns were soft. It didn't have, because they had just made it, it didn't have the, you know, you get it kind of like the heat lamp texture. None of that. And the meat was really what got me. You can tell that those are not the frozen, preformed patties. It was soft, but it held together. And the fat content really just. Anyway,
I would say 80-20.
Y'all will see me again.
Oh yeah.
But unfortunately, while I would love to put you guys up towards the very, very top of the list for that burger alone, we couldn't do it in good conscience. We had to be fair.
Yeah, I mean the store needs a good dust down and re-go, but
yeah, you know, the walls were a little dirty and ceilings, and there were a couple dead flies. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't horrible.
It would. You know, the way I would compare it would be what you would see in a movie as like a crappy gas station. And you know that any crappy gas station in a movie is always like a top tier crappy one. But like that's what we thought at first, and we were like, it was a very pleasant surprise though that like the staff was super friendly. Like I had gone there years ago, so we needed, like I said, she said we needed an updated visit. I was there years ago, and the person was not nice, and never got to try the food. You know, like I said, they have a small drink selection, but small store too at the same time. Gas prices were middle tier and just there. What was the one I'm missing? What one?
Cleanliness, food, and gas price, customer service.
Customer service, yeah.
Yeah, they were nice. I mean, I went on an average. I think if the customer service, if it was only based on today, would have been higher, but in the past, you know, it's been mediocre. So we had to average it out to 3.
Yeah, I mean, today if Porter's owners are watching this at any time, keep the 2 staff that were today. What's today's date? September 11th. Whoever worked today, today, yeah, keep them. They were amazing.
Keep Burger Maker.
Keep both of them. They were both awesome.
They were both great, but if there's like a Holocaust or something, lead bunker for Burger Maker. We need her. Bring the machine, bring the meat, bring them all downstairs. I'll make 6 months of food turn into 6 hours.
Yeah. 6 hours, man, you're making that last.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, we have lots of food saved up. Open store. Don't look at me! Don't look at me! Look at that, it's Jabba the Hutt.
You know how food now.
How did you get ketchup in here? Don't ask. You don't need to know anything. Alright, so moving on up, we have in our 4th place spot Shell on the Johnson Oil Company Shell on 2nd Street and 5th Avenue North. This one's always had a special little place in my heart, but we gave it an unbiased ranking, and that ranking was 11.25 out of 20. So cumulatively it had a gas price of 2. It was a little more expensive as far as gas goes than it usually is. 2.75 for food, a 2.5 for cleanliness, and a 4 for customer service. That 4 really goes to Betty there. She's nice. I like Betty. You haven't had a whole lot of experiences with her, but she's just always nice. She's, you know, she remembers her customers really well. And other staff that I've seen there have also been friendly. I think for food, it probably would have been a lot lower if it weren't for them Shell specials.
Yeah, that really.
I love the Shell specials. They make the sandwiches there taste better than the sandwiches of the Shell specials over by the high school. And I think they have one staff member that makes them. I think that's why it's different. But the chicken salad sandwich never fails to satisfy. And tuna salad, all of the salad sandwiches are good. So, I mean, I regularly, maybe even 3 to 4 times a week, will go in there to get lunch. Because for $3.50 you get a sandwich, drink, and chips. And they have a fair drink selection too, you know, they got all the...
Probably the 8 spot for the fountain.
Fountain they have 8, but I usually get the cans, because you get the cans with the Shell special.
That's even better, because usually they have a higher...
They have Mountain Dew Live Wire.
Oh, dang.
I never get Mountain Dew Live Wire. But I could if I wanted to. And they have Funyuns for chip selection. And I like Funyuns. I'm glad that you have them. You guys need to get more of them. More Funyuns.
Sour cream Funyuns.
Flaming Hot Funyuns.
Oh, I haven't had those.
They're good. They're good. They're just as good as Flaming Hot Cheetos. Yeah. Which is the other one. I think that is the one I get the most, Flaming Hot Cheetos. Makes me slow down though. So fast. Alright, so yeah. to the Shell on 2nd Street. Good job. I like your Shell specials. Gas I think was a fair price. What did we give it for cleanliness? I think I gave it a 2.5. It's in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you're wowed by how clean it is, but it's not dirty.
No, that's standard gas station fare.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be dirty when it's raining and clean during the summer for the most part because, well, cleanish. Because, I mean, usually you got all the kids from the pool going in and out or the regular customers, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, now we're getting, my God, are we already on the top 3?
Yes.
Okay, this is the section I think that changed the most and the least, if that makes any sense. You're saying, you give it a 3, but there are a lot more than 3 gas stations left, and we'll explain this to you.
You'll find out with the next couple.
Yeah. So for our number 3 spot, we have at a pretty solid, it's a big jump between Shell on 2nd Street and this one. So we went from 11.25 for the Shell on 2nd Street all the way up to a 15 for our number 3, which is our Hy-Vee gas.
Yeah, I'll let you go.
This one was all of the rankings on this one were pretty good. So it got a 2 for gas price. It was originally a 1. We did not consider the fuel saver in this, even though the fuel saver will lower that gas price. Hy-Vee, the grocery store, is kind of on the pricey side, so you're really just spending that money somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. But it's a wise way to do it. You can get free gas. Well, free gas.
Yeah.
Up to, was it 30 or 40 gallons? Or it used to be 30.
Yeah. Just going by the number that was up there today, we gave it a 2. For food, we gave it a 4. For cleanliness, we gave it a 5. And for customer service, we gave it another 4.
Yeah, alright, so I'll start with the gas, self-explanatory. We just went by the base number shown on the sign. Now, customer service, I don't know, I don't think I've ever had a bad customer service there. They're always friendly, I used to, a couple of summers ago, I'd be there almost every day, and a couple of the people, every time, remember my name, just, hey Nathan, how are you doing? Hey Nathan, how are you doing? Oh, what are you up to today? Stuff like that. They would always ask and interact with me and whoever I was with at the time.
And there's usually 2, when I go in there, there's 2 staff working.
2 to 4.
Yeah, I really think that helps because it helps keep things quick and prompt. But, and additionally, and I know this sounds silly, but they always seem to get along with each other too.
Yes.
They have a good team atmosphere, and not that really matters a whole lot to most customers, but it makes me smile. I like it.
Yes, if people are friendly to each other, then they can exude that friendliness onto the customers also.
Yeah, we dig your vibes, man.
Let's see.
Food, it got.
Oh, the cleanliness quick.
Yeah, it got a 5 on
Yeah,
cleanliness.
You never see it dirty. Like, the only time you see it dirty is when it's raining and people are coming in with muddy shoes. And even then,
it doesn't last long. And the outside's always pretty good too.